Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Ravens and Panthers squared off for the Week 1 kickoff between the two teams. The two players that we're mainly going to focus on for this podcast is Joe Flacco and then rookie Jimmy Clausen for the Carolina Panthers. A highlight guy, I'd say, in this whole thing is Joe Flacco. Exactly what I wanted to see out of this passing game is what I saw on TV with ESPN showing the game tonight. They showed a lot of different formations, different guys all over the place. They came out attacking in the passing game, especially down the field, and the night was capped off. I want to say Joe was about 8 for 12, had over 100 yards passing, and had the touchdown at the end. He capped off on his last play, hit Mark Clayton for, I want to say, at least a 25-yard touchdown pass. That was a nice pass that was directly into the end zone. And so this is the type of thing I think we're going to start seeing from the Ravens, especially if their secondary, which is mauled this year. They have a lot of health problems there. If other teams are able to take advantage of that defense in the passing game and they're getting points there, it's going to happen relatively quick, because in the passing game you're scoring more quicker than you are necessarily running the ball and grinding out the clock. That also leads to a quarterback having to throw the ball more to score more points to win. So I do like Flacco. I've maintained that. I think he's a nice fantasy option, maybe a backup to start the year, but there's going to be a lot of teams this year, I think. They're going to be using him as a starter, especially around 12, 14 team leagues this season. And so the next person we're going to talk about here is, again, Jimmy Clausen for the Carolina Panthers. He didn't start for the Panthers tonight, but he didn't look too bad, really, for his first opportunity to get out there and get himself going. I don't believe, in this situation, Matt Moore should be the starter and everything, but I think with Jimmy, at some point, he might take over this season if they fall out of the playoff hunt. So it's going to be very important for Matt Moore and the Panthers to get off to a decent start. That's going to be tough with some of the challenges that they have on defense, but we'll just have to see how that goes. But it was a good first night for Jimmy, and that was something that you like to see for those dynasty leagues that are holding on to him. I think that's a good first encouraging game for him to get out there and have.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy football with your free subscription.